Hello everybody and welcome back to Europa, where we were pretty cheeky last episode. We may or may not have gotten away with it. We'll see. I've restarted the game here, so usually when that happens, the AI will recalculate, and they may decide to just suddenly enter coalition against us, despite the fact that they weren't previously. We'll see if that happens. We do have some separatists brewing up here, right, that was why these guys were not drilling, and we have a lot of coring to do. There's no doubt about that. So let's just sort by cost here, and we'll just start going down that list. We need to recover for a bit. We did enter a golden age, but I was thinking about it. We've done a lot of damage to Spain. We may want to target Britain next. Just to be kind of equal opportunity. Looking at this, Britain's really carved into France. We can see that they have a huge amount of territory here. Newfoundland is, I think, part of France? No. Newfoundland is British. So Britain has control over a lot of North America. So we should definitely start thinking about dealing with Britain. Portugal has control over more of South America now than Spain does. So Britain and Portugal kind of need to be our targets, but Portugal isn't somebody that we can directly attack. We can let Spanish Guiana here continue to grow and become a colonial nation. We can always attack Spanish Peru. Like, that's always a possibility. There are some locations over here that we can colonize. And honestly, grabbing these would be really, really smart. And this. That said, we have a lot of colonies right now, and we need to let these finish up. So we'll see if Spain grabs anything over here. They probably will, but we'll see. Colonies are a big issue at this moment. So, nobody instantly joined a coalition against us. That's a good sign. There's a core finishing, and we need a total of 30 here. We're gaining 13 per month. Okay. So we need to let these cores finish, of course. Our overextension is only 12% right now. And, yep, we have some separatists out over here. We'll head on over. We can grab ourselves, at this point, Diptech 14. That would be beneficial for us. That'll bring down our unbalanced research corruption by 0.1. That's a big deal, actually. So that'll save us a good amount of money. That also unlocks trade stations, I suppose. So, sure. That seems fine. We can definitely get this 30 core started. There we go. And we'll crush this rebellion, no problem whatsoever, as expected. We could grab a quantity idea, and we are currently 13 years ahead of time. So getting this additional manpower recovery speed, I mean, we're not capped right now, but reducing our reinforce cost is actually also very beneficial for us. We're not, at this point, I think, ready to... we only have 2 provinces at this point. Where's the Chimu separatists at? Are they up here? Am I just blind? They're down here. Okay. So, 5.9 years, 8.7 years. Honestly, I'm leaning towards provoking these guys. So, we'll head over to Magdalena and just get this taken care of. These cores do need to be worked on. Our colony here is now self-sustaining. That is magnificent. We can make a state there. And I do not want to get another colony going. We need to finish the ones that we have. What is our colonies here? So we've got one here. We need to wait a day for a colonist to come back. There we go. There's another core as well. And we'll just head over here and get that done. So this is currently a territory. We'll make that into a state. And we need to continue to work on coring. We'll need to make a lot of full cores as well. So coring is going to be a big process for us. No doubt about that. I'm going to provoke this revolt. Yeah, there's going to be 12 regiments instead of 9. But that's fine. And now we're going to head down over this way. I just want to deal with those on our own terms. So that'll be fine. Horse population booming. Okay, sure. We could get this core going, but I want to be working on these that take time. I don't want to work on full cores right now. We did just see influence drop. Let's see. We could definitely seize Crownland, and we'll do so. Cool. So that looks good. The next question is, what else do we have going on here? Californian separatists. Those aren't very high in terms of... Okay, Chorotega, where are you? You're up over here? There's still separatism. Okay, so that's going to decay. I'm not concerned about that. These are probably not going to fire. This one will eventually, probably, and we're just going to provoke this revolt as well. We'll crush that. No problem. We're in position for it, and that's done. We did lose a conquistador. Somebody was drilling and had a drilling accident. We're going to head up over here. That was this army, okay? So we are going to give our air military command. What is our air's stats? 522. It's better than our current stats. I think that we're just going to roll up a leader here, but we're actually lacking the general for it, so we'll have to wait a month. The Age of Absolutism has started up. Sure. And we're going to drill. Fantastic. We're making money at this point. War has indeed changed. And there's additional cores finishing. Beautiful. We'll turn these territories into states, and I want to sort by overextension here, because we don't want to make these necessarily right now. I want to work through these that take time. And that's going to be a lot of admin power to get all of that cord. Britain just rivaled us, which was about what I expected to see. So that's fine. We're still going to be working on internal work for a while here. We're not going to be going to war for a bit. I can tell you that right now. So I want to sort that by overextension again. Oh, this is awkward. Okay. I see what it's doing. It's just sorting it differently. I guess we'll just spend our points like that. Sure, that's fine. We could work on province improvements, and I want to check in real quick before we do. How are we doing on global trade? We've got a while. Yep. We've got a while before we get global trade. So I think that building some province improvements is not a bad idea. We're going to get our economic improvements going first, and beyond that, we'll build any courthouses that we can. Cool. So that looks fine. No problem whatsoever there. We can get another core going fairly soon. 50 is the next cheapest. Yeah, so that's fine. We'll get that underway, and we can make additional states. Yeah, we lost our CB against them. That's completely fine. Cores are completing, and, I mean, we're a ways away from finishing any of these existing colonies. I would definitely like to work more on our colonies. We're making 7.56, so I feel like we can bump this up. Can we go all the way to max? Actually, basically, yeah. Rio de Prata entered into a military coalition against us. Okay. So they think that they are powerful enough to do that. Now, who all is in the coalition? I know that Spanish West Indies are. I think Spanish Peru and Rio de Prata. Now, Spain is not high enough up in the aggressive expansion. Portugal is at 94 AE, so Portugal could join it. 13 colonies is not in this. And in fact, the British colonies are not going to be in it. Noted. So we should chill in South America. If we're going to do anything, it'll need to be in North America. As a hypothetical, if we were to declare this, would the coalition attack us? We don't have a CB right now. We're not going to attack them. But it's an interesting thought. I can't remember if that's how that works or not. So we're getting these cores finished. Excellent. And we've got 4 additional here. Okay, that looks good. Honestly, they can maybe have this. No, they can't. They can't have this. It is ours. I want to check in and see how are we doing on our opinions. Actually, Navajo. We could basically start integrating Navajo. Do it. Any of these others that we could integrate right now? Probably not. Well, we might be able to work on it. Improved relations is... yeah, possibly. Possibly. We're going to continue to attack these colonial nations, though, and that's our primary plan for expansion, to be clear, is fighting the colonial nations. For the moment, we're mostly concerned about getting this admin power dealt with. That is the primary issue right now. Additional provinces becoming court, and that's all looking good. Now, we are capped on our manpower. This is not shocking. Can we expand our army? Yes, but I feel like financially we're not in a position to do that. Our primary issue remains our colonies. So we have a colonist here. We don't have a colonist here. We have a colonist here. Noted. So those cores are continuing, and we'll get another one going here. Next one is 87, and then 163. So that's going to be a lot. But these cores are continuing to come in. I love it. Yeah, this is a lot of admin power. There's no doubt about that. And there will be more. However, I do believe that we can turn down this fort. I also think that we don't need both of these forts. I'm going to get rid of this one. In fact, I don't think we need either of these forts. These forts kind of fill all of those niches. This fort is unnecessary as well, I think. Realistically, kind of none of these forts are necessary. Let's just get rid of all of them at this point. I usually don't like to keep forts around anyway, so this is honestly way longer than I usually keep forts around. They were useful, but I don't feel like they are anymore. So that'll save us enough money to be back into being positive. Oh yeah, that's great. I like it. Cores are continuing to finish, and our corruption is growing right now. But this does mean that we can put a little bit of extra money into rooting out corruption. Now our corruption is shrinking, but we are going to be losing money again. That's noted. We'll continue to work on that. This core is now underway. And we just need this 163. Navajo has now been integrated. That was very fast. Okay, so they've got a couple of cogs over here. They do have this 3K stack that I'm simply going to disband. I don't think we can afford to have them around right now. So we're paying a lot in state maintenance right now. That will get better over time because we are going to make additional from the autonomy reductions. But right now, it is economically painful. There's no doubt about that. So we're at minus 0.48. Yeah, that's about what I expected. It seems okay. We need 100 more admin power to core Choco. Additional cores are coming in. And, of course, that means we can make additional states, which costs us additional maintenance. Fully expected. No problem whatsoever there. We'll get this economy set up properly soon. Sweden is planning to attack Denmark. Okay. We are not doing exploration, and we should be. I just realized that. So we want to go explore wherever we don't have explored right now. So that looks good. All of this will require additional coring, and that will be fairly expensive. Lose 100 dip power or a stability? We will lose the dip power. Thank you very much. Stability is functionally admin power. Applied admin power. And we do not want to spend anything that costs additional admin power other than tech and coring right now. That is our only goal there. Okay. These cores will be wrapping up soon. Next month we can get Choco coring. Beautiful. Now we can start working on all of these full cores. And that is when we're going to start reaping the economic benefits. So we can continue to explore here, of course. And off we go. We're not going to get the first circumnavigation, that's for sure. But eventually we'll circumnavigate. And they haven't colonized anything over here that we're targeting for our colonies, so that's good. We're going to be finishing up in Suma very soon. Embrace printing press. Okay, I did want to check in on global trade. How is that looking? It's spreading, but very, very slowly. Now, it's going to be in some of these locations quasi-soon-ish, but it's still going to be a while. Okay, we're working on full cores now. That's good, and we'll be through this list sooner than you might think. Spanish West Indies just claimed roughly 1 trillion locations. I wish them luck. They're going to have an interesting time doing that. Okay. 915 up here. Okay, so we're going to finish up 2 of our colonies soon. That is very, very good. 13 colonies are claiming our territory. Yeah, they're going to keep trying that. Oh, hello. We have access to see basically all of North America all of a sudden. Okay, that's cool. So yeah, we can definitely see that the British have a lot here. And we want to start cutting into that. Probably attacking British Louisiana first would be the way that that would go. These cores are coming in nicely. And we're continuing 2 core here. I want to sort by cost now. There we go. We're making 13 per month. So it's going to be a bit yet, but that is all underway. What is this rebel uprising? Oh, the Californian separatists are still going. Totorames, huh? Right here. What are they upset about? Mostly just separatism. Our colony in Suma became self-sustaining. That is great. So we want to head over... Well, we need a ticket a day. And then we want to head over here and finish up these colonies. So that'll be good. I also want to make that into a core. Now, as far as this over here goes, they're going to spawn, I think, in Totorames. And we're right next to it. So let's head on in there and stop drilling. We'll give it a month or 2. It's currently 90, so yeah, they might pop here. We can enact a government reform. And what reform do we want? We're in deliberative assembly here, so we can go for parliamentarism. National unrest -1 wouldn't be bad. Royal decree would give us absolutism, which is fine. I don't really care too much about absolutism. Loyalty, equilibrium, and influence modifier? Okay, sure. I'm leaning towards the -1 to national unrest. Let's do it. Cool. So we have no debate going on in Parliament right now. That's giving us 0.1 corruption, and we have too few seats in Parliament. So if we do not increase the number of seats, additional seats will be assigned automatically. Okay, I've never actually done the Parliament system in Europa before. So how do we increase the number of seats? Do we, like, give states seats? It does say that it will be increased automatically if we don't increase the number of seats. Is that in our government tab? No. But we can actually promote a culture, and we're going to go for Castilian since that's the highest. Okay, so I guess it will be automatic. But we can start a debate here. So, what do we want? Administrative reform is kind of pointless. Investigate corruption is not bad. We have a lot of corruption right now. We'll investigate that corruption. Okay. So, in theory, then, the people of Mexico were granted a seat in our parliament. Okay, so it's granting it by state. Mexico is opposing the issue, but we can bribe them at the cost of 95 sailors. Done. So, the parliament have passed investigate corruption. So we lose half a point and minus 0.05. I like it. That's really solid. Cool. So we have too few seats in Parliament, and that will change. We do need a rival here, and we're going to go with British Louisiana. We're planning to attack them anyway, so that looks good. I want to continue to core here. We're not going to attack British Louisiana for a bit, but we did just lose our master recruiter. Land maintenance modifier reduction sounds good. We're pretty low on our military power generation, no doubt about that. But we can grab our land maintenance modifier reduction. That's going to help our economy dramatically. Wow, plus 30 right now. That's too expensive currently. But there we go, land maintenance modifier reduction and ship cost reduction. Looks good. A conversion finishing up as well. And yeah, economically, things are definitely looking up for us at this point. pretty soon, hello pause menu, pretty soon we're going to be able to start thinking about attacking British Louisiana. Now that we have vision up here, that's going to be a lot more likely that we do this. So I like it. We'll move into there. And yeah, too few seats in Parliament currently. How do we assign seats? We must have a way to. Can we do it via decisions? No. I would have expected it to be either in the government tab or an option in here. But this is very bare bones here. We only have one seat currently. I mean, that's easy enough to do, to manage one seat, but it's slightly problematic. So we'll make an additional state, and we are going to continue to work our way through these cores. That is our primary goal right now, and we're also going to continue to build province improvements in locations where they're beneficial. Our colony here just became self-sustaining. Beautiful. That will save us additional money. And I'm not too concerned right now about finances, so we're going to come down here and cut off Spain. Beautiful. Their next target would be probably here and here. 13 colonies unrivaled us. Cool. And Californian separatists spawned up over here. We'll deal with them. No problem. And we continue to core, of course. Okay. We lost our Grand Captain already. That was really fast. Well, I'm going to grab this guy. He's not good, and that will reduce our income. But not nearly as bad as it... Actually, this is better than it was. Okay. We'll happily take that. So additional production would be a thing that we would love to put in here. And we can continue to explore the East China Sea. Cool. And we can continue to core. We have a lot of coring yet to do. No doubt about that. A base tax for 100 admin power? Yikes. I'm not spending admin power. Can tell you that right now. So how long until we finish up this colony? 961 colonists are there right now. There's also this colony, but that's growing at 50 per year. I'm really, really unconcerned about that. Yeah, that's down to 22 now because of the additional colony. That's to be expected. Okay, that sounds good. So, I'm going to wait until Coro finishes up here. We're at 974. That's going to be done within like 3 months. 978. 982. Maybe not 3 months, but it'll be done pretty quickly. We'll get a couple more of these full cores going. Our final long, slow core is being worked on. I like it. And we still have too few seats in Parliament. If you do not increase the number of seats, additional seats will be assigned automatically. Okay, I feel like there is definitely a way to increase the number of seats. And I'm probably just dumb. Is it in the government reforms? Like, expanding the administration gives us government capacity. No, I have no idea how to do it. I could probably look it up. Oh, okay. Yep. I'm not surprised that Spain decided to colonize here. That is deeply, deeply unsurprising. I do want to get a conquistador over here. So we're going to recruit this guy. And we're going to send him over to explore these terra incognitas. That province is finally cored. A scattering of poison, huh? Such a horrible fate. So I think our explorer died. Yeah, our explorer died. That is sad. But we want to close out Spain here. Our colony here became self-sustaining, so we're going to grab Caracas next. But we're not going to stay in Caracas. Yeah, British Louisiana is threatening our trade. No shockers there. We're just going to continue heading down this direction for the time being, exploring this area. And we probably shouldn't be doing this with this many troops, but whatever. Okay, so we need to grab these guys, get another new explorer. There we go. And we're going to head out to the South China Sea. Okay. Spain being here is kind of obnoxious, but Spanish Colombia now exists. So they're in a coalition against Great Britain. Fascinating. We also know that they could come around this direction, We have a lot of colonization down here to do, really. New trade research is heretical? Okay, whatever. The people of Cholula have been granted a seat in our parliament. Okay, so we now have 2. And we can't start a new debate for a while. Okay, noted. Missionary strength, plus 1%. Okay, that's really solid. I like that. And yeah, we can definitely see that there is a fair amount of territory over here. National tax modifier, plus 50%. That's really solid. We're going to recall this guy from here, though, and we're going to send him here to fill out this colony. Salzburg has developed ironworking. Good for you guys. You're a little late on that. It's 1617, and you just discovered iron? Maybe they improved their iron production. Now, the Keys are currently occupying the 13 colonies. That's noted. Very interesting indeed. And yeah, we can't go out over here, but we can actually come over this direction. So that is noted. And we can continue to core here, which we definitely will. Send out our explorer again, but it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to continue working on cutting off Spain over here. We'll see how successful we are. Probably not tremendously, but we'll continue to work on that. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, James, Shadow Wolf, and Lohan80, Rogue Corvid, Kentogan, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Anna the Elephant, Soccerman12 UK, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.